Stunning styles, baby. Hi everybody, say hi.
Hi.
Thank you all for tuning in. Excuse my ashy elbow, oh my gosh. But this video is how I do my daughter's wash day. I'm so excited to finally be doing this. So as you can see, I'm just testing the water right now to see if this visor that she's wearing can actually hold the water back or not. And it is letting a little bit of water through. So I'm just gonna tighten it a little bit more. I'm putting it on the last snap for her because even though I feel pretty uncomfortable putting it all the way on the last snap because it seems like it's just so tight, this is what's going to keep her hair from, keep the water from leaking through onto her face. Emrys is okay with shampoos as long as water's not in her face. She's gotten used to them by now. But yeah, so I'm just glad I'm finally doing this video. I've been wanting to do one for a long time. So today it finally worked out, fortunately. So I'll do her shampoos either at night, a few hours before bed, or in the morning when we don't have anywhere to go, and I let it air dry in her ponytail. So anyway, what I'm going to do first is wet her hair, make sure it's nice and doused, and I've got her little pail, her little beach pail in the bathtub with us. I always make sure I have that there for wash days because I'd rather pour water onto her hair than to try to dunk her to wet her hair or rinse it. So yeah, okay, now I've got Shea Moisture's Head to Toe Baby Wash. That is what I use for her bubble baths. That's what I use to clean her body, and that is what I use to clean her hair, as you can see now. So I'm just using my fingertips, the pads of my fingers, not my nails, to scrub through and lather up the shampoo really, really well. And then once I'm done, I'm just going to rinse it all out. I only do it once. You could do a rinse and repeat if you'd like, but I just like to do once because I don't want to strip her hair. Speaking of stripping her hair, for some reason, I don't know what happened, but I recorded myself putting a pre-poo in her hair, and for some reason that clip is gone. But the pre-poo that I use is by Tressa, and it's called Pre-poo. I literally just take a little bit onto my finger, rub it in my hands, and then distribute it throughout her hair. And then we do our shampoo. I let it sit for maybe like 20 minutes, and then we came to our shampoo part of the process. So after I'm finished shampooing and rinsing her hair, it is clean, but it's not squeaking, and I don't want it to be squeaking because that's when all the moisturization is stripped from the hair. So now that I've got her hair nice and clean, I'm taking her visor off, and I'm going to go ahead and clean the rest of her body, and then we're going to get out of the bathtub. Once we get out of the bathtub, I'm just going to pat dry her hair. I would prefer to use one of her little baby towels because they don't have that terry cloth, that harsh terry cloth material as much as a regular towel. But today it just didn't work out that way. So yeah, I'm using a regular terry cloth towel to dry her body and her hair. But when I get to her hair, I'm just going to pat dry. I'm not going to rub it. So I'm not trying to get it super duper dry either, of course, because I'm going to move to my deep conditioner. So I use my coconut oil that you cook with, you know, that you can eat, and I'm just going to take a little bit onto my finger and rub it in and distribute it throughout her hair. And then I'm also going to put it on her body because she's kind of been fighting eczema, and this coconut oil has been working wonders for eczema. It's just like the best kept secret, I feel like, besides breast milk. So now moving on to Tressa's deep conditioner. It's actually pronounced deep conditioner by Tressa. Rubbing that in to dissolve the little pieces and combing it out with the wide tooth comb just to distribute it evenly across her hair, throughout her hair. Once I've got it all across her hair and her hair is feeling nice and slippy, I'm going to dip her back like a baptism and rinse. As you can see, she does not like this part of it. And I mean, I probably could have done this in the bathtub, but I want to dry her hair. I wanted to blot dry her hair before moving to this, and that would have been hard to do with her in the bathtub, but I'm going to figure out something to avoid doing this because she hates this part of it. Fortunately, it doesn't take that long to rinse it. Okay, so that's done. Let's dry her hair back off again. Look at her. She's so annoyed. Aww. And you see I got my towel wet. That's what I was trying to avoid. Peekaboo. Now she's happy again. Oh, that's what I love about my baby and most 1-year-olds. It's so easy to please them sometimes. Okay, so yeah, now I am putting throughout her hair Grand Tressa's honey hair butter, or honey hair Butta as they would call it. Grand Tressa's honey hair Butta. Comb it through with my white tooth comb. Then we're gonna head downstairs so she can watch cartoons while I actually style her hair. Her hair is still very damp. It's not dripping wet, but it's nowhere close to being dry right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put her hair in ponytails. And this is how they will dry. So I do use my fine tooth rat tail comb, but I'm super duper 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 uber careful with that comb because of the metal tail, rat tail. So I just really have to make sure that she's focusing on something and that she's not fighting me or resisting me when I'm using that comb, or else I just won't use that comb. But yeah, whenever she's nice and calm and still, I'll use that comb because it gets the best parts. Like, her parts have been on fleek because of this comb. So normally our go-to easiest style when I don't feel like doing a lot to her hair, or if she's agitated, like it's pretty much nap time right now, so she is not feeling it too much. So I did decide to do something a lot quicker than braids, but one of these days I'll get around to doing a video on how I do her cornrows. But when I don't have time to do cornrows, I will just put her hair in about 5 or 6 ponytails. She's down to 5 or 6 ponytails now. I remember there was one point where she used to wear 8. Man, those are the days. No, I'm just kidding. When we can get to 2 ponytails, then I'll be happy. But those days are coming slowly but surely. They say when you're born with no hair, or if you go a long time having no hair as a baby, then you're going to have a lot of hair when you get older. And that's definitely true for my sister. So we'll see if it's true for Amaris too. She really has no choice. There's lots of hair on both sides of the family. So yeah. I'm just combing her hair out. I'm going to gently part her hair and then start to gently comb the ends just to get those curls under control. If there's no knotting, her hair doesn't really knot up. But if it did decide to do that, I would probably use my fingers to try to separate her hair. But right now the comb is gliding across her hair, so I'm fine with using the fine tooth comb for now to comb out certain parts of her hair. Like, I'll use it to kind of gather the hair, and then I'll use it to just kind of comb the curls themselves once I have it in a ponytail to fluff them up. Oh, also, I struggled with whether I was going to use rubber bands or not for her hair. I didn't used to use rubber bands, but yes, I do use them now because that's what actually started to make her hair grow. I used to use these little cloth covered bands, but they wouldn't hold her hair in ponytails whatsoever. So once her hair could be in actual ponytails, that's when it really started to grow. Just like the old wives' tale tells us, that actually worked for my daughter because I didn't believe it at first until I saw it. So yeah, I do use rubber bands, but I don't plan to use them for long at all. Once her hair gets long enough to hold ponytails really well, then I will stop using rubber bands. But yeah, so I went ahead and added some bows, and this is the final look. It is a little frizzy in the back because right after that last clip, she had to take a nap. It was over. She had to lay down and go to sleep for a little bit. So yeah, I did get a little frizzy in the back, but now she's happy and she likes her hair, and I hope you guys like her hair as well. If you do, go ahead and thumb up the video for me and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions or comments or suggestions on where I could find some teeny tiny cloth cover bands that actually work and hold ponytails, let me know down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching today. Amorous, do you want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye. Say bye. Okay, she refuses. You don't want to say bye?
No.
No? Okay. Say thank you.
No.
Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out more videos. It'll be a lot easier if you hit that subscribe button. Here are some previous videos. Hello there, folks. So today I've got these soap spider box braids for you. Thanks and shout out to my niece Chiara_Imani, go follow her, for asking me to do this style on her. So let's get started. You will need lots of clips, lots of rubber bands, some gel, and of course some braiding hair.